Hi, I'm Danny Bayron. I tattoo out of Black Forge Tattoo in St. Augustine, and I've been tattooing for 17 years. So before tattooing, I was a barber for 10 years. Back in the early 2000s, people were getting the designs in their heads, and I was kind of the guy to come to. One of my clients was a tattoo artist, and he told me I should give it a try, and I kind of like blew it off. Right, I'm like, I'm not gonna go from cutting hair to tattooing. I went to his shop to get a tattoo, but he made me tattoo him. I was going for an appointment thinking I was getting tattooed, but then I became the tattooer. It came out pretty good, and then he had his wife taking pictures, and he put it up in my station at the barbershop. And then so people kind of started asking. He was like, bring him to the shop. He's like, bring him to the shop and I'll teach you how to do it. And then it kind of snowballed from there. It was intimidating at first because it's permanent. My excuse always to him was, well, hair grows back, right? Like I can like mess up a haircut if I did, and then kind of blend it out. Worst case scenario, hair grows back. But then I started translating it to the small machinery. Basically, I'm using trimmers, the corner of a trimmer, and I'm making designs like this. And then I'm holding a tattoo machine and I'm kind of doing the same thing. It's just one's giving, one's taking. So it was kind of an easy transition mechanically, I guess. It wasn't your typical apprenticeship. It was kind of like, it was a mix. It was like an apprenticeship in like, this is how you set up a machine, how you build a machine, how you sanitize, how all the important things. It was kind of like, here you go. I trust that you can do it. I guess one of the things I learned was patience. I never went ahead of myself. I never said, I'm going to do something bigger than what I'm ready for, right? Like I didn't understand how to do it at that point yet. So I was comfortable with just line work or lettering or flash off the wall, and just light shading. I stepped up. The more I got comfortable, the more intense, even if it was a little bit project, I would be like, okay, let's do this or let's try this. The time you have to put in, the sacrifices you have to make, time management. It's either like you're all in or you're not. You go to the shop all day, you come home, you're drawing, you're studying, you're worrying about the tattoo you did that day, what you could have done better. I mean, it's pretty consuming. It's pretty consuming of your time. For me personally, it was shop time and then very little home time. It took me years to be able to get to the point where I was able to play and manage my time and put it in the appropriate places. I mean, you always want to grow, right? Like I've been in it 17 years and I still want to get better. But being that young in the game, the pressure is on. You tell yourself you're all in. I'm all in on this, and I got a family. I'm not going to fail, So what do I got to do? I gotta let it consume me. You may know, but I have a graffiti style background. When I first started tattooing, I was doing like new school, trying to push for that new school style with, bright colors, funky movement. That was like, I'd have clients who would like see the drawing and they would want to like switch this or switch that, you know what I mean? But this is that time management thing also where I was like, came home from the shop, started working on a design, neglected the family, right? And then I show up with a design and they want to change things. And then all it did was push my time in the shop that day for longer if I wanted to change something. So it was just uncomfortable. So I started leaning towards the realism stuff. I had a little bit of experience in it growing up, but I really started focusing on that. Both because I mean, it's a fun style to do. It's a lot of pressure, and I like the pressure of like I got to make this look exact, like the likeliness I need. I got to get it like this. It was also a way to. And I'm not trying to shorthand the craft in any way, but it was like if I focus on realism, I mean, it is what it is. You know what I mean? I mean, there's a lot to it. I mean, there's also like the when you're in it, it's almost like meditative in a sense. You know what I mean? Because you're in it, you're so focused. Everything else goes away. Sometimes I feel like throwing my machine, like, oh, yeah, I did it. You know what I mean? That's it. Some of the sentimental value in doing realism, like portraits. Loved ones, loved animals. People who have passed. You know what I mean? And it's like when you capture that for that person, and you could feel the emotion. I'm definitely every piece. There's more pressure. I've always tattooed in the sense of like, if you want to get a tattoo by me, I hardly ever say no, even if it's not realism. If you want a cool tattoo and I think I can make it work, or I think that you're down for what something I could come up with, I'm always like, yes, let's do it. But that also puts pressure, right? It's like I'm doing something that you don't see in my portfolio, so you're trusting me to do it. But then you said, as the followers go, it's like, with the world we're in now, do I post it? You know what I mean? Because it's not my portfolio piece, or people can be like, this is so out the box. Now, years ago, I was more, apt to be like, check this new school piece out, check this piece out, check this style, check this style. I think I'm like kind of like trying to mainstream it now, but I'll never really say no. I don't do that, because I have it like in the backpack. You know what I mean? I think I would approach it more gently, suggestive content. It'd be like, let's more so work together. You tell me what matters to you. Let's put something together and make sure it's not too aggressive, or it really hits whatever it means to you. You always take the client's information as it's always important, but then in those situations, it's like really important. I think it's about the experience. Yeah, I think it's about the experience. The act of tattooing is about the experience. The outcome is about the art. There's something about getting tattooed. The experience is something else. It's a different experience than anything else that you can do. It's intimate. You spend a lot of time with the person. The stories that you share, the crazy conversations, the sentimental conversations, the things people tell you that they're just letting go of stuff, or can you relate? If you can relate, you go back and forth. I think it's an important part of the process. Oh, well, yeah, and you want people leaving here, telling their friends, Danny's a cool ass dude, like, I had a good time there. The shop vibe was dope, and this is badass, or this looks great, or I hope they would notice my attention to detail in a few years. If somebody saw one of my clients or friends' tattoos, to say, oh, that was done, 5 years ago. Like, that still looks great. The detail in that still looks great. The ink looks solid. It looks like it's in there. It looks like you just got it done last year and it's healed.